success of a record, they talk about record sales. When people talk about the success of a movie, they talk about gross revenue, or how much money the movie has made. And I'm ashamed to admit this, but I found myself buying into that. And hearing David Lynch saying that creativity in and of itself is a beautiful thing, it just made me realize that life is short, and when I'm on my deathbed, do I want to remember clever marketing plans? Do I want to remember record sales? Or do I want to remember trying to make beautiful music that reached people emotionally? And so it made me really recommit myself to this idea that I don't want to worry about the marketplace. I don't want to worry about commerce. If I make a record and it sells, fine, but that shouldn't be the goal. The goal should be trying to express myself, trying to make something beautiful, and hopefully trying to make something that someone can find a place for in their life.
Record sales, record deals, both of which see I don't really care. Only making records people feel. Killing beats I raise my record kills. ABP's putting out for me. A&R's on my neck, rosary. A&R's want my government signed on the dotted line, label slavery. They don't wanna innovate, they just imitate. Gimmick shit, piggyback hits me. I'm making tracks, real life raps, being black. My relationships with different chicks, different women, different girls, different worlds. She's Jada Pinkett, light-skinned with it, treat you with respect, never hoe bitches. Only see the frame, fuck a picture. They want an image or they ain't with ya. Told a hungry label, fuck riches. A lot of goals, money ain't the vision. Couldn't see, got mad, blind fury. For the talentless, no curing. Piss an artist off, no urine. Judge my catalog, no jury. Who are you? Who am I? Young boy, Bronx urbanite. Name mentioned by the socialites. Only through the record do I socialize.
He said that the contracts are still the same from 50 years ago, and they're not. They've gotten worse. They have. What we're dealing with now is the emergence of independence, right? And the emergence of the internet. So people are finally waking up to these things that I've been saying for, I said about 20 years, that you don't need a record label at all whatsoever. I work with them. I know I don't need it. So they're finally starting to see all these artists who are reaping the benefit off of putting their music out independently. So what did these labels do? They furthered the situation and said, okay, we used to just sell your music and get a percentage of your music, but now you people are making too much money off of these ringtones, your live show, and like a good slave master, they said, I need to lock down my slaves. So now they come with these 360 deals, which means that I own you completely, meaning that if you put out an album, you get popular, you go do a show, I get 10% of that. If you sell t-shirts at that show, I get 10% of that. If your music gets into a movie, I get 50% of your mechanicals. They want to own you completely. So this is the reason why you won't see progressive people like Lupe Fiasco come out anytime soon, because he's not going to sign that deal, or Nas, because these people are intelligent people.
Never been a fraud, always been the dog that'll go and prove his worth. Only God and I know the sacrifice that it took to make this work. I can hear my fam all behind my back, how they ridicule and curse. Those will be the same step into my face when the people say there's murk. How they was around since birth, the type of shit they deserve. But when I needed cash for a couple sessions, all they said was go and get work. So I really went and got work, took the cash from that and got work. Now I 9 to 5 hustle bud, and I even drop a real nice verse. Small apartment, home lab, small phone, write notes for the raps. Jaws full of loud, keep it down, smoke till my eyes cataract. With a chick fit, but she take bumps up her nose, camo back. Getting comfortable in my bedroom, kicking off her camo flats. Thinking how I wanna bring the rap game to a place it won't come back. Where the real only get deals, no respect for the weak and whack. Only songs that'll uplift, paint a pic, or just invoke thought. How I live life, different insights, everything that our parents taught. Where we went wrong, all our flaws, how it felt just to hit that flaw. They don't understand my art, fuck that cash and that car and that house plus that fame. Don't call or text my name, I'ma get there on my own. I don't need your games. I mean, you know, it's crazy because I come from the era, like I studied under the era of grind hard, get your deal, work with the labels, make money, and you accomplish your musical goals. But that was when I was like 15 years old. So, you know, when you look at it, you're like 10 years later to see what it's become. You're just looking at it like, what the fuck? You understand what I mean? And like, don't get it twisted. Like, you know, I've had offers come at the kid. You understand what I'm saying? From, you know, A&Rs and labels, and I'm not gonna, you know, say any names and get myself all fucked up, but the way they come at you is, for those that don't know and don't understand why at this point a motherfucker would take the underground route or take the independent route versus even signing a deal, is they come at you like, I'm an artist. This shit is an art to me. I live this shit. I breathe this shit every day. You know what I mean? This shit matters to me. I've sacrificed so much to do this shit right here. And for a dude to come to me and say, yeah, I can bridge you to a situation to make your life easier where you could do this shit all the time, and send you a bunch of material and say, or tag a note that says, hey, we need a Lil Wayne, Drake, you know, a B.O.B. kind of style on this record, you're looking at that shit like, what? Like that's not to compare me to Picasso or nothing, but that's like going to Picasso and saying like, yo, you know, we need a Michelangelo, Leonardo kind of vibe on this painting right here. You know what he's gonna say? Yo, get the fuck out. So I'm like, you know, it's just, you know, it's a frustrating yet humbling situation, because like, now really only the seriously strong can survive. And you know, I sit here now and I say, I don't need a record deal.